Hello students. So in morphology of flowering plant, today we will discuss about the gynoecium. Okay, gynoecium is the female reproductive part of the flowering plant. Okay, and it is made up of more than, it can be made of one gynoecium or a carpel or more than one carpel. Okay, so a carpel, if you see, it consists of the three parts. Okay, as you can see in the diagram. Okay, one is the stigma, okay, on the top, then style, then ovary. Okay, these are the three parts that are made that makes the carpel. Okay, ovary is enlarged basal part. Now you can see the ovary, it is enlarged. Okay, it is enlarged. Okay, and which lies closed and elongated tube. Okay, it has an elongated tube, that is the style. Okay, you can see the tube is there, tube like structure is there, that is the style one. Okay, then an over style or above the style. Okay, above the style is the stigma, you can see the stigma. Okay, fine. So you can see that the three parts that make the gynoecium, or we can say pistil or the carpel. Okay, so that is the stigma, style and ovary. Okay, now the stigma is usually at the tip of the style and is the receptive surface for the pollen grain. That means the pollen grains, okay, they land on the stigma. Fine. Now each ovary bear one or more ovule attached to the flattened cushion like placenta. Now if you see the diagram here, so here you can see the arrangement of the ovules are there, and this ovule, they are arranged inside the ovary. Okay, this particular pattern of arrangement of the ovule in the ovary, this is called the placentation, and where it is arranged, that is called the placenta. Okay, now when more than one carpel is present, they may be free. Okay, as you can see in the apocarpus condition. Okay, so you can see the diagram. Okay, here you can see the carpels are free, so such a condition is called the apocarpus condition. Okay, then it is basically found in the lotus and the rose. Okay, they are termed syncarpus when the carpels are fused. Okay, now you can see the carpels are fused here, three carpels you can see, but they are all fused at the base. So here the type of gynoecium present is the syncarpus. Okay, it is found in the mustard and tomato plants. After fertilization, the ovule develop into the seed and ovary matures into the fruit. Now these ovules, okay, you can see inside here. Okay, these are the ovules. So ovules convert into the seeds and the ovary that get converted into the fruit. Okay, now next we are going to discuss about the placentation. Okay, now placentation, as we already discussed, that it is arrangement of the ovule within ovary. Okay, so first in order to learn all the type of placentation, you can keep one formula in your mind. Okay, that you can see here, MA pass फिर भी बेकार. Okay, so MA, M for marginal, A for exile, P for the parietal. Okay, then F for free central. Okay, and B for the basal one. Okay, now B you don't have to use, that is only to complete one sentence. Okay, so in case of marginal placentation, you can see the placenta form a ridge along the ventral suture of the ovary, and the ovules are born on this ridge, forming two rows. You can see here, okay, two rows of the ovules are formed. Okay. Now this particularly this type of placentation is found in the peas. When placenta in the axil and the ovules are attached to it in a multilocular ovary, okay, so you can see here, this is multilocular ovary, okay, here you can see locules are there and the ovules are arranged inside the locules, okay. So here such type of placentation is called the axile placentation. You can find it in the China rose, okay, tomato and lemon. If you see the lemon, you can cut the lemon, okay, and see the seeds are not present in this case, okay. So you can see here these are the locules that are present, okay. So here you can see, okay, these are the locules, okay. So seeds are present inside this particular area. So this you can say this is the placenta, and inside it the seeds they are arranged, okay. So this is the axile placentation, okay. In case of tomato it is visible, you can see, okay, the locules, one locule, 2, 3, okay. So these seeds they are arranged inside the locules, okay. So this type of arrangement of the seed or ovules in the ovary is called the axile placentation, okay. Now I am showing you fruit, okay. If you see the ovary, the similar arrangement you will find, okay. Now next we have is the parietal one. So in parietal placentation, the ovules develop on the inner wall of the ovary or the peripheral part. The ovary is one chambered, but it becomes two chambered due to formation of false septum. You can find the parietal type of placentation in the mustard and argemone, okay. So parietal you can see, get seeds they are born on the margin, okay, and later on two septum can be formed or false septum can be formed, and which can look like the septum but actually that is not the true septum, okay, that is false septum. When the ovules are born on the central axis, okay, and septa are absent, okay, then such a placentation is called the free central, okay. Now you can see in dianthus, okay, the ovules are present in the center and septums are not present, okay. So such an arrangement of the ovules in the ovary is called the free central, okay. And last one is the basal type of placentation, okay. So in basal type of placentation you can see the ovule is born at the base, okay. So the placenta develops at the base of the ovary and single ovule is attached to it, and it is found in the sunflower or marigold.